Princess Leonor's 2025 wedding, the most lavished ceremony coming soon. Structured exactly to your specifications, with the three-step hook, dynamic pacing, chained curiosity loops, and emotionally rich, royal realistic storytelling. Spain has celebrated royal weddings before, grand, traditional, steeped in centuries-old custom. But this time, something feels different. More electric, more emotional, more fragile. Because Princess Leonor, the future Queen of Spain, is preparing for a wedding that is far more than a personal milestone. It is a symbolic rebirth of a monarchy tested by modern politics, public scrutiny, and the pressures only a future queen can understand. And yet, despite the glamour promised, whispers echo through the palace corridors. Was this wedding supposed to happen so soon? Is the groom truly the man Spain expects? And why is the palace pushing forward with such staggering extravagance, now? Answering one question opens another. Every revelation pulls us deeper into the coming storm. It didn't start with a ring. It didn't begin with a proposal. It began with a secret, one carefully shielded from cameras, commentators, and critics alike. Months before the rumors of engagement began, Leonor's private life was undergoing a transformation. Her time at the military academies shaped her into a leader, disciplined, resilient, steady. But it also shaped something else, a love story that took root quietly, away from the public eye. The palace tried to stay ahead of the narrative. Statements were measured, appearances were controlled, yet the more they hid, the more the world wanted to know. Who captured the heart of Spain's future queen? Every royal watcher had theories. Every journalist had suspicions. Every insider had a story. But the truth was stranger, gentler, and more intimate than anyone assumed. Royal weddings are celebrations, yes. But they are also negotiations. And within the House of Bourbon, negotiations are delicate. Queen Letizia, protective, meticulous, and fiercely devoted to her daughters, approached Leonor's relationship with the caution of a queen and the emotion of a mother. King Felipe, on the other hand, understood the weight of duty more personally than anyone. He knew what it meant to marry under the gaze of a nation. He knew what it meant to balance love with responsibility, privacy with legacy. And so the palace found itself at a crossroads. Was Leonor's happiness the priority? Or was the stability of the monarchy? Could the two coexist in the same golden ceremony? Every decision sparked debate. The guest list, the ceremonial protocol, the religious elements, the role of foreign royal houses, and the ever-persistent question, is Spain ready for this wedding and this future king-in-law? One answer only led to another unknown. Here is where the story takes on a new dimension. Because this isn't just a wedding, it's a global production. A spectacle, a cultural reset, and perhaps, a quiet royal gamble. Spain hasn't seen such lavishness since the wedding of King Felipe and Queen Letizia in 2004. Yet insiders say Leonor's ceremony is shaping up to surpass it in scale, symbolism, and sheer emotional weight. Set designers, florists, royal planners, historic cathedrals, security operations of unprecedented scale, international media coordination, diplomatic invitations extending across continents. And once again, every detail reveals a deeper question. Why is the palace investing so heavily? Why now, when Europe faces economic pressures and monarchies everywhere walk on thin ice? What message is this wedding trying, perhaps desperately, to send? Leonor's wedding dress became its own political conversation. Early sketches reveal a gown that blends royal tradition with modern individuality, royal embroidery, queenly silhouette, but personal touches that reflect Leonor herself, her military discipline, her independence, her sense of quiet strength. Some in the palace feared it broke too much tradition. Some thought it didn't break enough. But Leonor insisted. This wedding, this dress, this moment, would be hers. And that insistence became the heart of the ceremony's emotional power. No royal wedding escapes controversy. And in the months leading to the announcement, three storms quietly formed. A leak from a palace staffer, claiming the groom's background wasn't as noble as expected. A political faction arguing that royal weddings should be toned down or fully privatized. A whisper among foreign press hinting at an old friendship, possibly more, that re-emerged from Leonor's past. Each controversy fed the next. Each headline deepened curiosity, and each rumor pushed Spain closer to wanting answers, and wanting the wedding even more. When the palace finally confirmed the engagement, Spain erupted. Cheers, tears, doubts, pride, a whole spectrum of emotion. The announcement video, carefully filmed, gently lit, showed Leonor and her fiancé together for the first time. The chemistry was unmistakable, the love was genuine, and yet, viewers sensed something else beneath the surface. A hint of nerves, a quiet determination, a sense of duty wrapping itself around romance. And suddenly the world realized. This wasn't the story of a princess falling in love. This was the story of a queen choosing her partner, her future, and her destiny. The cathedral selected is expected to seat thousands, royalty, heads of state, diplomats, and cultural icons. The procession will involve historic carriages not used since the era of Alfonso XIII. Musical compositions are being commissioned exclusively for the ceremony, and the floral budget alone rivals an international gala. But behind the spectacle lies an emotional truth. This wedding is meant to solidify the image of the monarchy for the next generation. Leonor isn't just a bride. She's the future of Spain. And her wedding needs to reflect not just her story, but Spain's story. The night before the ceremony, Leonor is expected to follow a long-standing tradition, a quiet moment alone inside the cathedral. No cameras, no advisors, just her, the royal chapel, and the weight of history. Insiders say this is the part Leonor fears and cherishes most. Because the next day, she won't just walk down an aisle. She will walk into a new life, a new role, and a new chapter in the monarchy's survival. When the music plays, when the doors open, when Spain stands still to witness its future queen become a bride, everyone will see beauty, but only few will recognize the deeper truth. This wedding is a bridge, between the past and the future, between duty and love, between tradition and evolution. And Leonor is the anchor holding everything together. So as 2025 approaches, the world waits. Not just for a wedding. Not just for a dress. Not just for a royal kiss. But for a moment in history. A moment where Spain watches a young woman, its future queen, step into her destiny with grace, courage, and love. A wedding lavish beyond imagination. A ceremony carrying the hopes of a nation. And a bride who understands that the crown she inherits is not just worn. It is earned, every single day. And on that wedding day, Princess Leonor won't just say yes to her groom. She will say yes to Spain. To her people, to her future, and to the legacy she is destined to lead.